Thank you.
The next item is the Fendalton Waimairi Community Board, and Val, I'd like to take this opportunity because this is the last, again, community board meeting that, the council community board meeting that you'll be attending as the chair of the community board, and I'd like to thank you for all of the service that you've provided to your ward and to the council and to the city as a whole. And you've been a fantastic chair. You come along here, you're very firm about things that need to happen, and you're very engaging, and you've really represented your community well. But I'd like to hand over to Raf, who's a community board member on your community board, to say a few words.
Yeah, well, I'd like to reinforce what Leanne said. It has been a pleasure working with you, and I think, I've been very impressed by how smoothly the community board has been run in the Fendalton Waimairi area. And we have had actually some quite, tricky issues. I mean, we have had non-stop presentations and petitions about car parking and traffic, and there's been some real challenges. In trying to keep the community satisfied at the post-earthquake issues that we've experienced. Val always handles that very calmly, and we get good results. So I've really enjoyed working with you. And one of the successes this year, obviously, has been the Bishopdale Community Centre and Library rebuild, which again has been an example of the community taking centre stage in the design. Working parties being set up, so that's been really good to see you guide that. So yes, we will miss you. We'll have to appoint somebody new next time. Who knows who that will be? But thanks very much, Val, for all your help and your commitment to the ward. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Leanne and Raf, and all the councillors for the support we've had for Fendalton Waimairi. It's actually quite a pleasure working in the community board because you see a lot of what's going on in the community. It's not until you get on a community board you realise how many community groups and the hard work of volunteers that go on out in the community, and they work away quietly and they do wonderful work. But we're also a port of call for all residents before the council, and we solve a lot of smaller problems that means that they don't really have to come through the council. Yeah. It's not as intimidating to come to a community board and ask for things. So I think as a whole the community boards the model works really well. I've always had a good community board. We've always been harmonious and have had no sort of real friction within the community board. So it's been a pleasure being the chair for the time I have been. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Right. We've got some minutes to start with. So, is there anything in the minutes that you'd like to reflect on, or?
There's no part A's. The only thing, we've got the men's shed, which has been really successful, and it's growing, and they're doing wonderful work, and they're always looking for more projects to do in the community. That's one of our real success stories. They've moved to Kendall Scout Den, and that's a big facility there, and it's just going fantastically, which is great to see in our area. So that's one good thing that's been happening just recently. But other than that, there's nothing in the reports that I'd like to comment on.
Okay. So moved by Raf and seconded by Jimmy Chen, who's arrived. I'll put that motion. All those in favour say aye. All those opposed say no. That's carried.